Steve Ron and the banger.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to 6 Yard Box. You know how we do every single time we bring you the latest news, transfer news. This is the transfer hub. You're welcome again. There's been a couple of news in the stories about a couple of stories popping out lately, a couple of days. Normally, you have days where there's so many stories, but it looks like it's slowed down today. We have less stories, and we're just going to give you a quick rundown of what the latest stories are. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, 6 Yard Box, so you know we bring you all good content in terms of looking at the Premier League games. We're doing watch-alongs, we're doing loads more stuff as well, content in terms of the new football season coming up. So make sure you stay. Make sure you stay woke. You stay woke. You stay woke. I'm talking streets there, man. Make sure you stay woke for that. Make sure you are awake for that, basically. So let's see what's in the news lately. I think the main news is all about Lionel Messi is going to PSG. That's the latest news. The biggest news so far. He's in, as we speak now, he's in Paris, trying to negotiate to sign a 2-year deal with PSG. I think we all know they are the only ones that can afford him, to be honest. So it's not a surprise at all that he's going to PSG. I think that deal should be done in a couple of days' time. That's Lionel Messi. Moving on to Romelu Lukaku, Inter Milan striker. There's a deal being agreed between Chelsea and Inter for £97 million, and I think he's had his medical in Rome and in Milan, and he's flying to London. I think he's in London already to conclude the deal. Chelsea are going to sign him. I think they need a striker, so yeah. I think that makes sense. Another news, Tottenham's bid for Lutaro Martinez that's been accepted by that came up. That was on Sunday. Came up in the news all over all the major sports news outlets were talking about it. That the deal was agreed. And then his agent came out and said, no, he stayed. So I don't know, man. That deal, I don't know what's going on. So my take on that is just like, we just have to wait and see what happens. People are saying he's going to replace Kane. Some people are saying he's going to play with Kane. People at Tottenham are saying he's going to play with Kane. There's the Vlahovic deal as well. There's a lot of stuff. So a lot of balls, as they say, juggling. A lot of balls being juggled right now. So players are teams and especially in terms of Tottenham, there's a lot of rumors around. As a Tottenham fan, that's the one I look out for first. So there's a lot of stuff flying about. So I hope so one of these transfers, especially for the striker, comes through. People are saying that Harry Kane is done. Harry Kane's deal will go through. Don't really know, to be honest, man. But in terms of Tottenham, yeah, so those two deals are there. Parachichi is doing a lot of work and trying to get some players in. So there's a lot of players being talked to, deals being agreed, deals being negotiated, and we just have to wait and see. We still have 2 weeks of the transfer window to go. So on that one, currently now Tottenham are looking at strikers. Lutaro Martinez and Vlahovic are the two names. Are they going to play with Kane or are they going to play without Kane? We wait and see what's going on. Other news in terms of Tottenham, Ndombele has been reported not to be happy because they are selling Sissoko and Aurier. For me personally, I think Ndombele is a very talented player. I think he's got a lot of, he's got a lot of attributes that could make him a top, make him into a world-class player. I just think there needs to be a little bit of, from his part, a little bit of soul searching in terms of him looking at himself in the mirror and saying, can I go on to that level of being a top world-class player, and it needs a lot of dedication as well. There are a lot of reports coming out that's not happy, but we don't know. We don't know. We don't have the inside. He's missed all the preseason games for Tottenham. Apparently, he's had a baby. Babies keep you up awake at night, so maybe that's the reason why he's been missing. He's not been himself lately. But I think I don't know. I think they should. I think he will stay. I think he will stay at Tottenham because Daniel Levy paid a lot of money for him. So 60 million. His wages are like 200,000 a week. So those are the big wages that will make him stay. We just have to see what happens by the end of the transfer window. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be done by the end of this transfer window. There's a lot of moving parts. And, you can never tell, man. It's going to be a lot of surprises as well. So that's on that one. Then we go on to the normal story. Harry Kane, it's still the same old thing. I think Nuno did a press interview yesterday saying it was gonna feature against Man City over the weekend. I very much doubt it. Maybe he might be on the bench. But on Harry Kane, I think we just have to see what happens. I think Daniel Levy has to come out and maybe say a deadline that this still needs to be done, because you don't want to leave yourself late in the window. And looking at Harry Kane's money as well, people will say 100 million, 150 million. If you look at it in the day's market today, 100 million is not 150 million is nothing, because if you're going to buy world-class players, what can you buy with 150 million? That's like 50 million player. That's like 3 players, top-class players, and you're not even sure of what you're getting. So I think people thinking the money is a lot of money. It's nothing in these days, in these markets today, man. Players are going for ridiculous amount of money. Tammy Abraham going for 34 million to Roma. The deal has been agreed. And you read a lot of stuff and you just look at some of the stories, you think, nah. So some papers saying what's his name, striker Calvert-Lewin at Everton is to replace Harry Kane. That's a no-go story, man. Come on, some of these stories are just, you look at it and you just think, yeah. And that's what we try and do. That's what I try and do before I come. I look at some of the stories, and some of the stories that don't even add up, I don't even bother talking about them. So now, in terms of Harry Kane, that's where we are now. We see what happens in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think the next 2 weeks will be key in terms of Harry Kane. We'll see what happens. So those are the headlines. Those are the news so far in terms of what's going on. Those are the latest in the news. Let's just do a quick rundown of some of the what do you call it? Quick rundown of some of the latest, some of the news as we speak. So let's see what's going on. Check what's the latest news in terms of other teams. We've talked about Tottenham, talked about PSG, talked about some of the transfers, and yeah. So the main story is just about Lukaku and Messi. Those are the 2 main stories. Let's see some of the stories again. Let's just run through some of them quickly. Roma are closing in on 34 million deal for, I've mentioned that already. Arsenal is interested in has also been, Atlanta and Arsenal are interested in him as well. We talked about that one. Messi, Paris Saint-Germain has ended their interest in France midfielder Paul Pogba. Yeah, that's been ongoing. The what do you call it? There's a fly, man. I hate these flies. It piss me off. There's what do you call it? There's the Romelu Lukaku thing as well, flying through the story. Lyon have made an offer for Liverpool and Switzerland forward Shaqiri. Yeah, I think that would be a good move for him. He needs to get out of Liverpool for me because he's been sitting on the bench for too long. He's not playing enough. Manchester United are set to confirm the signing of Real Madrid defender Rafael Varane on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So yeah, that deal has been done since we're just waiting for confirmation on his medical. Liverpool are eyeing a move for Rennes and Belgium winger Jeremy Doku. Yeah, that guy is a good player. I saw him during the Euros. Maybe somebody to take over from Mane, so that would be a good signing. What else? Arsenal Roma manager is also keen on a move for Arsenal and France striker Alexander Lacazette. Yeah, okay. And Leicester are keen on signing Manchester United midfielder Jesse Lingard, 28. If fellow Englishman James Maddison. So those are the missing puzzles. Those are the moving parts that I talked about. Players going and some other players trying to fill the gap. In addition, Leicester said to want Schalke's 21-year-old Turkish centre-back Ozan Kabak as a replacement for the guy that got injured. What's his name? For Wesley Fofana. We got injured during the I think in a friendly during the week. And yeah, those are the news. West Ham, they're also interested in West Ham's Issa Diop. Okay. Everton is interested in Newcastle's English midfielder Sean Longstaff, that's from the Athletic. And Bayern are considering resigning Frank Ribery. The 40-year-old French winger has been training with the club since leaving Fiorentina. They want to sign the 30, not 40-year-old, he's 36. Is it 36-year-old? Yeah. Ribery's been playing forever. Manchester City winger Raheem Sterling, 26, is set for new contract talks with the club. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think I saw that somewhere before. And finally, Tottenham and France midfielder Tanguy Ndombele is considering. Yeah, I think I run that. I mentioned that before as well. So those are the quick rundown through all the gossips and the news, what do you want to call it? Transfer news, gossips, I don't know what you're going to call it. There's loads of stories moving. We get more story during the week, that's for sure. By the end of Friday, we should have more stories. And then we have the last 2-3 weeks of the window, which will be interesting. I'm looking forward to the deadline day. There's going to be a lot of moving parts. The only thing I just pray Tottenham do all their business before that last day. Although I like there's a buzz about, I like the last minute deals as well for some reason. When there's a couple of hours left and there's a breaking news that your club is in talks with somebody and they are trying to agree a fee for a player, and then by 12 midnight they announce the deal or something. I like that kind of, that kind of buzz. But I don't think you can do that for big deals though. But we'll see what happens this year. So that's the rundown of the news. This is 6-Yard Box. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow, like, share, all the good stuff. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you think as well. There's going to be a Premier League preview show, live show on Thursday, 11 a.m. It's going to be for an hour. We're just going to look at all the clubs in the Premier League, and we're going to do our season prediction for most of the clubs. And then, yeah, we're just going to look at the fixtures over the weekend as well, talk about transfers. So it's going to be 11 a.m. on Thursday. We're going to be doing that. So it's going to be on the commentary box. So make sure you join me for that one. Commentary box, 11 a.m. on Thursday. So looking forward to the season. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.